So if I look back on terms of, motivational impacts for myself, I had a client who had, been in the system for quite some time, had some gang affiliations, and had some quite serious offending all throughout his childhood into adulthood. And I was about the third or fourth supervising officer that he had on his parole order, and he was kind of just getting through. He wasn't reoffending. He wasn't, making big strides backwards, but he also wasn't making big strides forward. It was kind of just do your time and get through. We had him for a domestic violence matter against one of his children, an assault matter, and sort of the way things had been dealt with was all around conflict resolution. How do we deal with conflict? How do we not fight? And it wasn't really having an impact. And it sort of clicked that it wasn't conflict to him at that point, it was discipline. And I sort of said to him, to me, this is more a communication problem than a conflict problem, right? And it was like a light bulb went off. He was like, yeah, I don't know how to talk to my kids when I'm angry or when they're in trouble. And I mean, he's quite a big guy. He intimidated me. So you can imagine, he's 7 foot tall and, wide as a refrigerator. And we sat down and talked about assertive communication and passive communication, to the point where when I did a home visit, he had a communication practice sheet pinned up where he used to sit outside and have his cigarettes. And he would come in and he'd say, oh, so when I talk like this, people think I do this or think I mean that. And he was, him and I unpacked the idea of communication so much that I felt like I was learning. But he's another one. I sort of look back now, and he's 2 or 3 years removed from the system. And I can really confidently say he's not coming back. He's really addressed those underpinning issues, and he's one of those really big stories that motivates me. It just makes me really happy.